Here I was again, halfway down the world, and still looking at the bodies of women I was supposed to protect. Only difference now is, I didn't understand the language.
Vai pra lá! Tranquilo, tranquilo, pode ficar tranquilo. Fica nessa parede, seu americano de merda!
He can't be serious.
Que merda tá acontecendo aqui?
Haven't you figured out I don't speak your fucking language?
Seu gringo de merda! Cala a boca, seu gringo!
That's right, I may be a moron. But here's the thing.
Bang. Bang, bang. Come on, kill him. Kill him. Ah. Bitch smacked.
It was time to get out of there. Seemed like someone had decided to carry out some impromptu justice on the street life below. I'd failed Rodrigo and I'd failed Fabiana. In that awful nightclub, the stadium, the docks. I'd been given enough chances to make this right, and again, I'd blown it.
Ah.
Perhaps this was my punishment from the fates. Keep reliving the same mistakes for all eternity.
Groundhog Day. Max Payne edition. Isn't it? Well, I don't really envy this guy. He let Mona die. His wife, of course. His kid. His contractor. Mr. Rodrigo. Now his wife. Yeah. Either he's a very, very, very terrible bodyguard, or the plot to get him incriminated and get rid of the Brancos is very, very skillful. Nope. Who got to you,
this was all
bro?
my fault, and there was only one way I dealt with guilt.
It's not the only way. There's also alcohol. Examine up.
Cops didn't seem too concerned with meeting their arrest quotas. Between me and Sao Paulo's finest, it'd be a miracle if the CS were still in business by the end of the day.
Oh. That's a bad sign. If the police has a red dot when I target them. He's probably out. Okay. That's very, very terrible scripting. I couldn't move
Place was
the way I
swarming with
wanted
cops.
because of
They
that.
weren't there for me, as far as I could tell. And I'd blundered my way into enough clusterfucks for one day. If these fools could buy me some time, I might have a chance to get to Marcello and Giovanna before somebody put a bullet in their heads too.
Oh. Okay, it seems that the guy I targeted wasn't police after all. He was just wearing a vest. It's not that stupid that wearing a vest doesn't make you immediately a police officer. They're certainly not taking any risk in terms of letting people escape. They probably just shoot everyone on sight, inside, and also on sight. Okay, they have
Giovanna
them.
and Marcella were still alive, but I didn't hold out much hope they'd stay that way for long. I'd already lost the ransom money, got the hostage killed, and I was only just getting started. This
True.
was turning into another fine example
True.
of private security work.
Yeah, private security seems way better organized in dramas such as The Punisher, for example. Russo was a psycho, but to some extent he knew how to handle this business. If you didn't watch it yet, I strongly recommend it.
About these raids, rent-a-thugs in body armor sending a message to the poor that the cops are still in charge. When they hit the favelas, they came in hard and fast. Anyone was fair game, as I was about to find out.
I'm not taking any chances. Wah. And they're not taking also. Ah, shit, it's too slow. Gonna take off my battle blanket and get serious. Where's that douche? Shit. Okay, I'm not in my best shape, it seems. But at least I know from where they're gonna hit me. Might as well just keep the pointer there. Wow. One down. Where did the other go? Shit! Terrible. Okay. Just have to wait for them to come here. Don't get up! They're so stubborn. Well, they're not the bad guys now. If you're under-equipped, the only thing you can do is run.
55. I'd seen that number before. Were these the same bloodthirsty motherfuckers that showed up after the shootout at the party?
That would be terrible. But nothing I wouldn't
The odds of
expect.
me getting out of there alive, let alone Giovanni
From
and
Brazilian
Marcelo, were
police.
narrowing with every passing second.
In this game, of course. Don't move. Nervously.
My body ached and my eyes burned. I needed something to straighten me out.
Ugh. Wah.
This wasn't such a good spot to enjoy the view. Yeah, I'm sure there is more. Or shot him. I'm curious because he's gonna shoot us, probably. Whoa! Rocket launchers? Shit! Turn, and... I'm sometimes clueless on how it's working.
Alright. Big boys. Hey, I didn't saw the third one. But, eat it! If it was Tomb Raider, there would probably be a spike underneath. That would go through his side.
I was still alive, and still not all that happy about it. Why did the easy way out never come? Maybe I thought I didn't deserve it.
Well, Max, you're not the worst human being. Certainly not the best. That's usually how it works with vigilante types. They're in a gray area.
Você tá me tirando, porra? Alguma coisa, seu filho da puta! Seu chefe, seu filho da puta! Cadê o serrano?
Mano, eu
Oh.
não sei nada, porra. Eu tava indo pra casa, mano. Eu tenho família, eu trabalho.
Na cabeça!
Ah. Damn. I thought I managed to shoot them before they go with the killings.
I was guessing these guys didn't spend their spare time studying the Geneva Convention.
They certainly didn't. At least not the way it's supposed to be. Killing civilians? No bueno. I'm a bit confused about the fact why Marcelo is here.
Jesus Christ, these bastards weren't playing
Did
games.
his older brother send him here with the money just to let him die?
These were the same paramilitary cops I had seen executing fools after the failed kidnapping at the party. Nasty business. If these were the guys De Silva was worried about, maybe he had a point.
Yeah.
Yes, this was definitely them. Jesus Christ, these bastards made the NYPD look like the Harry
So
Krishna.
they were shooting the kidnappers at the end of level 1. I thought that he jumped into conclusions that they had something to do with any of the later problems. But he had something definite in mind. But it doesn't mean that it's not gonna turn out later. That it's fucked up like that. Sure.
I couldn't make much sense of what I was seeing, but I had the feeling it wasn't that strange for anyone else.
You think they're all used to it?
I had no option but to take the scenic route. These charmers weren't there to make a couple of arrests. They were bussing them out by the dozen. But who was I to cast judgment on proper police procedure and justifiable use of force?
That's not a nice thing to call a lady a puta, even if she's living in a favela. Shit. That bastard survived. Yeah. It broke my mojo, you know? Shit. Ah. If I only noticed that he survived, but he got a headshot, come on.
Nunca aprende a lição.
Bullshit.
Viciados, né? Espero o quê?
Okay, he had a helmet. Maybe that's why he survived. Ah, Willy. This one is also alive. Yeah, now I at least noticed that I was shooting someone with a helmet. Well, that one got at least one headshot. So. Oh yeah, there was a gas canister. Shit.
Sair daqui. Escória de merda. Nunca aprende a lição. Traficantes e viciados, né? Espero o quê?
One in the chin. Should be enough to keep him down. Okay, really focus. Two guys gonna come after you from here. One, 2, 3. And he's a gunner. Like a gunner because he's gone, and gunner because he's down. Well, that's basically the same. Spaghetti English. Ah. One.
The alley was a dead end in more
2,
ways
3.
than one. I needed to find a way out of there. It seemed like as good a place as any to lie low and get my bearings. Problem was, some other fine gentleman had the same idea. I'd gone from out of luck to armed and shit out of luck. Another reminder, not that I needed one, that any low point can always go lower, as my new friends were about to find out.
G'day.
It was Sao Paulo's finest, and a busload of lucky winners they'd picked out earlier. I I decided I might as well follow them. I was lost, and they were going somewhere. And it was the closest I was going to get to a plan.
Really? So that's what you call a plan?
Where were they taking them? Did they have Marcello and Giovanna? Was this just an average favela raid or something more? When all you're left with is questions,
Take
I
a
guess
guess.
the only option is to go with your gut. And my gut was telling me that band of merry men would lead me to some answers. Answers I'd soon wish I'd never received.
Oh, hello.
What was going on here? They looked like the same paramilitaries from the stadium in office attacks. Something
They
felt wrong.
do.
In fact, everything felt wrong. Anytime those guys decided to join the party, you could be sure it wasn't gonna end in a piñata and a slice of cake.
More of a human pinata.
What the fuck was this? The vigilantes doing an exchange with the death squad cops? Were they buying people? What the hell for? None of this made too much sense. These two were serious operatives. One was a band of hired killers and the other supposed to keep the peace. Yet they were doing deals.
Hurrah.
Now I had to find Giovanna and Marcello. Without a better plan, I thought I'd better follow this bastard.
The bad one? Or the black one? Huh?
Amor, não faça isso não.
Vamos acabar com essa porra. Cala a boca, sua puta. Vem pra cá.
Here was Giovanna and Marcello. What the hell were they about to do to him?
Okay. Have news for you, Max. You're failing miserably.
Você tá fudido, gringo.
You bastard.
Ooh-ah. Poor monkey face.
Gonna be okay. No. You don't want to do that. Come on. Go.
What the hell happened here?
Why did they do that to Marcello?
It's a legendary gang way of killing people.
These are no ordinary street gang.
I guess they want people to think they are. With this, they can justify the killings of today and the people they took.
Shh.
Quem fez isso? Foi americano.
Foi?
He's blaming you for the death of his friend.
Porra de americano. Você morre, porra. Caralho. Contra ele. Mata ele. Pode deixar, eu mato.
It's good to know languages. So what the hell Marcello was doing there?
After a couple of hours of lying and shit, you learn to appreciate what you've got. And right now, all we had was each other.
Oh,
Rick and Giovanna, well, I knew what she'd seen. No amount of drugs or therapy could erase. That kind of pain follows you around forever. The constant shadow of a wasted life. The poor girl had been through enough. We had to find a way out of there.